Hi everyone, so today I thought I would share some ideas that I have to keep me motivated playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. I know that lately a lot of people are getting burnt out of the game, there's a lack of updates, or even when we do get an update, it's average. Anyways, I've put together my to-do list in Animal Crossing New Horizons before I am completely done with the game, and that does not include if we get future updates. I'm sure this list will get longer. Drop a comment right now, let me know what you have on your to-do list and which ones of mine you've achieved so far. If you've got any other suggestions, share them with the community, drop them on the comments section. At this moment as well, please don't forget to make sure that you are subscribed. If you're not, please hit the red subscribe button, which will be at the bottom of this video. It really means a lot. And also don't forget to hit a like on this video right now, but let's jump into it. So my first idea is to decorate every inch of your island. I'm sure that this is a very common suggestion, but this includes beaches and those like stones that you get on the side of the beach. I tend to see every island is 5-star decorated and done, but people always abandon the beaches. So make sure every inch of your island is decorated. Next, have you unlocked every single reaction in Animal Crossing New Horizons? Now this is a tricky one because there is quite a lot of different personalities and quite a lot of reactions. I actually moved in villagers specifically for their personality just to unlock their reactions, but honestly this takes so long, so make sure to check that list. If you haven't, move a villager in with that personality and unlock that reaction. While we're on the topic of villagers, I feel like most people have the same villagers, the most common ones. I am awful for it as well. I hold my hands up. I always have Marshall or Molly or Maple, very common villagers. However, if you've always been that type of person, this is your sign to go and get a villager that you would never normally choose. Go for a very uncommon villager that you think you might not like them, move them into your island, decorate a brand new little living area for them outside their house, give them some new outfits, try to bond with them, and you will be surprised. I never thought I would like Teddy, and I know that he's probably not a least popular villager, but I always thought of him as that, and I absolutely adore him right now. And continuing on with the villager topic, it's always worth doing villager hunts, as well as using amiibos. In the past, I always used to do villager hunts. I used to love it. It used to kill so much time, and I used to either stream it or turn it into videos. And then I ended up buying the amiibo cards, and I found that as a quick win. They do the job, they move the villager in really quickly, and I've actually stepped away from villager hunts, which is really sad. I feel like villager hunts are fun. I know they can be time consuming, but do mix it up with villager hunts and amiibos. Don't just go for one or the other. And lastly, on the villager topic, make sure you unlock their posters by going to Harv's Island, bringing that villager in, and then you'll unlock the poster. And as part of a to-do list, have a look at which posters or even photo frames you're missing and see if you can collect them all. Now, if you've got amiibos, you can scan them at Harv's Island and it will unlock the poster. That goes for the NPCs and the RV villagers and the Sanrio villagers for that matter. Any villagers that you then miss off that list, I personally am going to try and go villager hunting, move them in, just so I can bring them to Harv's and get their poster and then work through that list that way. I know that you can trade trade people, trade friends, go on Nikazan, go on Discord, and you can get the posters that way. But I feel like by doing this, it takes more time, it's more of a challenge, and it just means that you'll play the game for longer. So yeah, try that one. So my next suggestion is the DIYs. Have you unlocked every single DIY? There is quite a lot of different DIYs. I personally would recommend opening Nikazan up under the DIY tabs and sort of ticking them off as you go through and check if you've got every single DIY. If you haven't, make sure you log in every day, check your beaches, try to trade with friends, hit those balloons that are flying in the sky, and try to unlock every single DIY. Moving on to flowers, Did you actually ever crossbreed flowers on Animal Crossing New Horizons? I personally would always get the crossbreeded flowers, so like the pinks, the purples, the blues, the golds, the blacks. I'd always get them off of viewers or friends or moderators, and I personally never really realized how difficult it is to breed flowers until I started on my Sprinkle Island and I was trying to breed a pink flower, and it literally has taken months just to get two. It is such a challenge, but it is such an achievement when you actually get it and it grows, and then you're so happy. So definitely try that out as well. Maybe dig out all of your current flowers that you've got and try to regrow them and rebreed them and try and fill them back up. Going on to the Critterpedia, have you unlocked every single fish and bug? Is there any missing? If there is, make sure you go catch them. I know that some are only in certain seasons, but if you're a time traveler, you can definitely time travel for those seasons. And that links in nicely to the museum. Did you finish every single fish, bug, fossils, pieces of art? What's missing? Find the list and try to add them in and complete the museum as well. Is your house in Animal Crossing actually complete? And what I mean by that is, did you expand into every single room, first of all? And if you did, is it completely decorated inch by inch? If it isn't, then maybe this is something to consider. I personally plan to decorate a room per theme that we've had in Animal Crossing. So I would like to have a room that's related to the birthday, Parve Festival, Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving. I know there's so many more. There's mermaid, there's prom. We've had so many themes, and I want to make a room specific for each theme. Even like Sanrio, I'm thinking it's going to take more than one account to do that, but I'm probably actually going to move in multiple accounts, and that is something else to consider. How many accounts or island houses or islanders do you have on your island? If it's 1 to 2, maybe add a couple more. In the past, I've always been biased, and I've always thought if you've got more than one, it's greedy. And then when I actually moved a second one in, it's really useful, not only because you get a whole new house to decorate, but also you get so much more storage space. So it's definitely something to consider. Next up is design codes. I know that Nintendo gave us extra slots, and I think all of us have probably used them up again, but have you actually changed them up recently, or do you always use the same design slots? If you've always used the same ones, change them. Do something different, you know, go for, if you've got like the dirt path that I've got a light brown one at the moment, change it, get something that's the same style but a different color, because it really changes the theme of your island. And then you could have a hangout in that and then change it back again when you come to a different season. The other thing when it comes to design cards is, have you ever made your own design? I personally am yet to actually do this, but I think it would be really worth you trying to do your own design. For me, I would love to be able to create my own flag for Animal Crossing to represent me and my island. I'd also really like to try and do my own clothing designs and then get my villagers to wear them. I think that would be such a good achievement. The next suggestion is a little bit of a tricky one because you do need the online membership. If you do have Nintendo Online membership, you can use the Dream Address feature. And what I'm going to suggest with that is, first of all, use the random dream addresses, go and see if you can find some inspiration. But second of all, mazes. Mazes are such good fun in Animal Crossing, and there's some really, really tricky ones out there that will take you hours and hours and hours. So I would suggest heading over to YouTube, Googling up Animal Crossing New Horizons maze, and have a look and see what mazes are out there. I know you've got people like Crunchy Island, we've got Wilbur, we've got Trung, we have Chase Crossing. There's so many creators out there who make amazing dream addresses that are designed as mazes. So definitely challenge yourself and have a go of them. That is definitely on my to-do list as well. And I'm still got so many mazes that I really want to try and do. So definitely try that one. My next suggestion, or more of a question, is fog in Animal Crossing. Probably more related if you are a time traveler, but have you ever had fog on your island? Because last year I never once had fog on my island. I still need to investigate and figure out how exactly I can get fog on my island, but I think if you've never had it, try to get it, try and do that as well. I think that would also be quite a good challenge. And the biggest task of all is the catalogue. So this is one of my last things on my to-do list eventually, is to catalogue every single item in the game. This includes furniture, clothes, posters, photos, every single variant of every single item. I'm gonna have to use Nookazon to make a to-do list or a to-buy list or a to-catalogue list to figure out what's left, a bit like a wish list but in Animal Crossing. And then I'm gonna make it my mission to catalogue every single item, variant, DIY, Critterpedia, whatever it might be, models. If you've never crafted a model, then I'm going to aim to do that as well. It is going to be a huge to-do list, and that one is definitely going to take time, not only just to figure out what's missing, but then also to try and get those items that are missing. But I think that is definitely like my final thing before I'm like done with Animal Crossing. But that is mainly my to-do list. It's probably an easy 6 months plus that I've still got left to do. And I'm actually getting a second island, which I'm very excited for because I've never had more than one island before. So I'll basically be starting over again in October from scratch, which is crazy. And I've got some really exciting videos planned for that in the future. I'm going to give you guys some sneak peeks as to what I plan to do with my second island. I'm really jumping into the detail of that. But that's my to-do list and my goals. I hope that you guys have got many more ideas that I can take and add to my to-do list. So drop a comment and let me know if you've got any ideas or if you're going to use any of my suggestions. And I'm really hoping this can just try to inspire at least one person to get on Animal Crossing a little bit more. I feel like a lot of people have started to play again, but I did notice the dip over the summer period. Hopefully we can bring the community back together. But for now, that is my video. I am timing out. I hope you had a good session joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn the bell notification on. Drop a like on the video, and I will see you in another video very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Stay safe. I love you all, and I'll see you very soon.